I had so many great moments, but probably the most memorable moment that I guess kind of stood out to me would probably be taking a group of guys out to an obstacle course, a high ropes course, and working on team building skills. Different ages, some gang affiliated, some not, but really just allowing them to get into an environment that they weren't used to and being able to work together as a team. And the purpose was really just showing them that, you know what, even though you don't truly know this person, you two both have some of the same type of fears, maybe. You may have some of the same type of talents and abilities, but we often look at somebody else and kind of prejudge them because of whatever it happens to be, race, ethnicity, uh, gang affiliation, whatever it happens to be, male, female. And so when we got in this situation, we were able to work together as a team and really realize that we had much more in common than we did that we didn't have in common.
What brought you to California, and what do you expect with your new living situation?
Well, originally my wife is from Sacramento, so she graciously drove out to Omaha, Nebraska to be with me once we got married 4 years ago, and so this just seemed like a good transition back. And we also had a family member who was kind of sick, and so we wanted to make sure their grandkids, our twins, as well as our daughter, were able to come back and really spend some time with the family member and everything. We also wanted to try something new. Needed to get around some new people, get some new connections, and just see how we could get our feet planted and spread our wings. Um, Prayerfully, everything's gonna go according to plan. We've made a few connections out here. Some of the people we already knew before we came out we're obviously in closer proximity now, so we can have more contact with them. And we're looking to build with other people here. So I'm very optimistic about things that are going to take place and what God is going to have us do through S.O.E Kingdom.
When dealing with people from broken homes and neighborhoods, what's one of the most important things that you try to convey to them?
Well, I guess the biggest thing to convey to them is that none of us have come from perfect lifestyles. Well, at least I haven't personally. I was blessed to have both of my parents in my home, but I wasn't raised with a silver spoon in my mouth. Most of my uncles and stuff were involved in pimping. I had aunts that were prostitutes, strung out on drugs. I've had my cousins and stuff were drug dealing and gang banging and stuff like that. So that's the type of stuff that I looked up to. That's what I gravitated towards. So I didn't have the best positive upbringing. I actually almost threw a lot of the gifts and talents that I had away because of the bad choices that I was making. So being able to share with them my downfalls, my flaws, the issues that I grew up with, and more so, even more importantly, how I overcame those obstacles and became the man that I am today, can truly shed light on giving them hope for a better future and a better path. Because we all know everybody grows up in a different situation, and it's not you know that nobody has any issues or anything like that, but that you don't have to be stuck in that situation that you're in. There is a way out, and if they're willing to listen to me share and follow the example that I can give them, then they'll be better for it. And hopefully, especially if they're younger than me, then they can end up in a better place when they reach my age than I am right now.
What are some of the current projects you're working on, and what's to be released in the near future?
Well, I just released the Ball Hog soundtrack EP, which is actually something that I made to supplement alongside of my wife's latest novel, Ball Hog. You can find both of them on iBooks and iTunes and Amazon, all that type stuff, as well as you can hit up soekingdom.com and get the physical copies and stuff from us. Outside of that, I'm working on a project I've been working on for a while, actually, called the Body Movement Project, which is a compilation of artists and spoken word and singers that just come together, working for the body of the Christ and just unity and everything. And so I'll be putting that out hopefully 2015. I'll just have to see what different artists and stuff I can bring to the table. I have a Turf Talk project that I'm putting together, and just trying to see how I want to put that together. If I want it to be an actual project, if I want it to just be for the curriculum that I use in my prisons, as I do my Turf Talk sessions there. And then I have a host of other songs and stuff that I have written. Some of it recorded as well, but just hasn't been mixed and stuff. So I just really sitting on a bunch of stuff, trying to see where God's gonna put it, put the direction into it, and still looking for a lot of collaboration. Most of the projects I do are just me, so we'll have to see what God does with it.
Who is Didymus?
Man, that's a tough question. I don't know if we have enough time for that question. Didymus is simply a man of God, a man after God's heart. Uh, I'm a father. I'm a husband. Um, I mean, outside of that, everything else falls into that. I mean, you can say I'm an artist, but I mean that has to do with part of me being a man of God. It has to do with part of me being a husband and a father. My music reflects that. You can say I'm a gang specialist. That comes again from following the path and the purpose that God has given me and the vision that He's given for my life. Um, you can say I'm a mentor, but again, that comes from the discipleship that I've been called to. So every aspect of my life falls into one of those categories. Being a man of God, being a husband, or being a father. Even as I reach out to other people, I want to share those aspects with them so that they can see that there are positive role models out here. And because most of us don't grow up knowing what a good marriage is supposed to look like, I have to show them what a husband and wife relationship is supposed to look like. A lot of them don't have families to where they have both their parents in their home, or maybe just a father figure or a strong male presence in their life. And so I'm able to step up and show that. So Didymus is simply that. I'm just being me, being who God's called me to be. All the other things, the titles or whatever else you want to call them, that I happen to wear as I go through my professional or ministerial career is really minuscule. But I'm first and foremost a man of God. I'm a husband, and I'm a father.